Hey guys, what is going on? My name is Gordon Maston and welcome to the DIY Wrestling Podcast. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad we're back because, as you know, I don't touch Monday Night Raw within completely good, reasonable reason. And SmackDown Live yesterday, I kind of had a lot going on. I apologize. I'm not making any promises. I don't have anything to do but watch football and hockey tomorrow. Tomorrow's usually my off day. So maybe tomorrow the SmackDown Live review will be up. Let's see what happens for the DIY Wrestling Podcast. Otherwise, tonight, we are returning with NXT. This is the reason I took a break from NXT TV, because at that time period, NXT was still fine and well, and like it wasn't really like horrible, but like there was nothing of substance happening on NXT TV. There was nothing that actually meant much happening on NXT TV. Nothing actually really meant anything at the time. It was just like, oh my god, Shinsuke Nakamura's here, he's champion. Oh my god, Asuka's here, she's champion. American Alpha are champions, but nothing's really happening with them. That was really it at that point in time. And now that we're back to things happening that mean stuff on NXT, and people are getting pushed, and things are starting to become meaningful, it's incredible, honestly. But you know what? Tonight we got DIY, we got TJP on the show with Kota frickin' Ibushi. We got Peyton Royce and Billy Kay, and you know, it was an all-around fun show. We also got confirmation of somebody who's going to be coming to face Asuka at NXT TakeOver Toronto. I'm pretty sure we've all seen the internet. No one looks at spoilers, but things just pop up, so I'm pretty sure if you don't know about that, we'll tell you about that when it comes to it. It's amazing, okay? Because you get Raw with 3 hours, and you can't manage to find a way to fit some people on the show who you actually need to fit on the show. And you can't find a way to squeeze the cruiserweights 10 and 20 minutes in that show. But you can find a way, you can absolutely, positively find a way for the cruiserweights to get like 2 minutes, but you can't find like 10 or 12 for them. But you can squeeze in 2 matches in like 5 minutes and try and make casual fans who just sit there with their parents who only come there to see guys like Roman Reigns say, these guys are boring. When if you were to watch NXT and you're a little kid, these guys would probably be your favorite things ever. Or you were to watch the CWC, these guys would probably be your favorite things ever. But this isn't the case. And you know, it's just going in uncharted territory. But it's amazing that 1 hour is like the perfect slot for wrestling time. For major shows on WWE like SmackDown, 2 hours is prime perfect position. Because Lucha Underground and NXT may format their things differently, and I also have seen Lucha Underground at this point, and they did what they did tonight. Like, their format may be different, but it works for them. Okay, so we start out with and I had, friend DeVillas here watching NXT with me tonight. He marked out over some of the stuff he's seen. He was happy that TJP was on the show. He loved that Peyton Royce and Billy Kay were on the show. He's sitting here playing 2K17, if you guys wonder where the glare is popping off of me. But we got DIY versus Ho Ho Lun and TM Bing. I did not think I'd remember the name after he just told me that. But TM Bing is a big boy. He's about 220. Looks like he's like 6'3", 6'4". And this man, I actually see potential in this guy for his ability, but his look and personality and charisma carry you in this company. They carry you throughout NXT. They carry you through WWE. Even Hideo Itami, he may not like have the most charisma people may think, but presence means everything. Like guys like Finn Balor, you knew he was charismatic when he came in. As I'm just sitting here looking at Finn Balor, you knew he was charismatic when he came in, but he also had a presence to him, and that works for guys like that. Okay, so with that being said, DIY in this match, it is amazing to see how far they've come. I remember I think it was like one of the PWG shows I watched. It was Gargano versus Ciampa, and that was before we actually started seeing them regularly on NXT TV. So I guess, because I know there were guys from WWE who went and scouted, and I think it was Regal at that time, and they went and looked at these guys and seen, well, we want probably one of these guys, maybe both of these guys if they do well. And then they looked at their styles and said, maybe these two fit well as a tag team. And that's when they were signing here and there appearances to come and pop in here and there, and look what happens. They become a tag team, and it's just like, oh, these are two great indie guys. You just throw them in a tag team. It's awesome. Well, in this case, it was you threw two great indie guys on the tag team, and you actually made a beautiful thing because they started getting booked at all sorts of shows like PWG as a tag team, everything. And now they're signed for NXT, and they worked the Cruiserweight Classic, and they worked on NXT, and here we are in this match for them. And I feel like I'd bring it full circle because it's incredible to see how far they've come. Because the tag team symmetry they had in this match was absolutely awesome. What do you call it? With Ciampa being in, my favorite portion of this match, other than the super kick knee to the head that we've kind of dubbed here. I've kind of dubbed on this show, because obviously there needs to be a name for it, and I figure Meet You in the Middle does not do that name any justice. Like, it's cool, it's funny, but PCS is what works. Post concussion syndrome. Because you think about that move, a knee to the back of your head, and a super kick to the front, you're done. There's absolutely no way you kick out of that unless your name is Roman Reigns and it takes a bullet to knock you out. Otherwise, you're done. But DIY gets the win with PCS. It was a pretty all-around. It was better than I thought. Like, I didn't have many expectations for this. Like, I knew Ho would probably get some stuff in, but TM Bing looked better than I thought. Okay. So, after this, I believe we got Samoa Joe. And if I do miss anything, I'm sorry. There were really no notes taken for this. We get Samoa Joe. And he basically says he's going to destroy Nakamura. Nothing more than that. He's just in the back. Like, it was basically... Joe's a good promo. But it was basic Samoa Joe. I'll destroy Nakamura at TakeOver. Nothing more, nothing less. Up next, we get we get an interview with TM61. And TM61 basically says they can handle what they have to face next week. And I believe it's not the Authors of Pain, it's Sanity. No, it's not Sanity. I do not remember who they have in the Tag Team Classic next week, but I do know TM61 will be in action. And what we do know, speaking of who'll be facing who next, we do know Gargano and Ciampa will be facing the Revival next in the semifinals, and that's going to be interesting how that goes down personally. Will they choose Gargano and Ciampa, or will the Revival get the best of Gargano and Ciampa again? Okay. And we are told Sanity's got... Oh, I think TM61 has... No. They don't have Sanity next. I don't know who they have next, but I know that they're... Whatever, man. So... I'm sorry I keep rubbing my nose here. We get Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. And we get the recap of what they did to Liv Morgan a couple weeks ago. And they honestly, they did pretty good tonight with what they had to do. So Peyton Royce and Billie Kay have to face, Billie Kay really has to face, Aaliyah. And Aaliyah in this match, I will say consistently, the girl looks like she's found her style in the ring. She looks better and better every time we see her. And, I mean, she's improving. I can tell there's definitely improvement within Aaliyah. In the ring, at least. We haven't heard this girl on the mic. Otherwise, Billie Kay gets the win. Well, not Billie Kay, I'm sorry. Aaliyah gets the win with the assistance of Liv Morgan, who just won't learn to die. Like, if she would just change her name to Die Morgan, it'd just be great. Like who would really care? Like, Liv Morgan being Die Morgan would just be great. Okay. But after the match, post-match attack from Billie Kay beating up Aaliyah, and Peyton Royce joins her, because Peyton Royce before was being held down by Liv Morgan. And they do the post-match beatdown. Aaliyah runs back out there to help, Aaliyah runs back out. No, Liv Morgan runs back out there to help Aaliyah. They fight Peyton and Billie, and after that, it just broke down. Peyton and Billie took advantage, and they got both these girls down. So to see Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, I think about 2 weeks after saying this is our division, or last week that was, Yeah, last week saying this is our division. Going out there and proving it tonight was absolutely awesome. And then standing tall together, it was just those girls. They steal my heart, honestly. Like I feel like I have a special place in my heart for Carmella. Like for what she does. Like whatever she does, I'm like that wasn't bad. Or Carmella did this good. Like I have a special place in my heart for Carmella. I feel like I have a special place in my heart for for Peyton Royce and Billie Kay. From since when they came in as Jessie McKay and Casey Cassidy. I didn't know really much about them until I really was, told that, they're pretty much a good investment for the WWE. Look into them and look at their matches. And honestly, it was an awesome investment. So, up next here, we're going to move on to... Who's next? Was there anything really... Yeah. So we move on to Ty Dillinger versus Leo Feges or something like that. Feges. I don't.
Noah something.
Thank you, Noah Paches. There you go. It was Noah Paches versus Ty Dillinger. Dillinger over as per usual. And let me just say this right now. Ty Dillinger got over in the summer of 2015 when he came out with the 10 gimmick, and Full Sail loved it from go. And to think that he beat Sami Callihan, who was then known as Solomon Crow, is awesome to me. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I thought he was going places, and then he just started jobbing and jobbing and jobbing. He'd get little streaks together here and there, then job. Now NXT seems to be taking him seriously, and they have him in this feud with Bobby Roode. And once again, to bring it full circle, it's incredible from where we come with these people. Just like Peyton Royce and Billie Kay when they were Jessie McKay and Casey Cassidy. To know that Jessie McKay, who is now Billie Kay, went from jobbing to Becky Lynch in her first match in the company to now basically being one of the two top heels in the women's division is awesome to know that they actually have really cared and invested within these women. Otherwise, Ty in this match, short, sweet, to the point, wins with the tiebreaker. The Oshi with the exposed knee. And I have not questioned that finisher since he had it. There are some finishers in NXT that you question when they're, given or when they were created, because some of these guys create just straight up horrible finishers. I remember Apollo Crews last year. Yeah, Apollo Crews last year with the standing moonsault as his finisher. I'm like, okay, they'll change that eventually. And he got the alley-oop powerbomb. And that was great. So with that being said, after this match, Bobby Roode attacks Ty Dillinger mid-interview, and he's basically saying that he's going to basically take down Bobby Roode, basic I'm going to kill him type of thing. Yeah, take over, and Bobby Roode attacks him and then hits him with a front face lock DDT on the stage. And then basically tells Ty Dillinger, you want me, you got me. And at this point, I'm just thinking, well, Ty can never finish anything out and look good against a credible opponent. I know last week that what he did last week was, awesome and all, but he could really never get anything done. Oh, my goodness. Okay. So, I believe up next we went over the brackets for what's going to be happening next week in the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. And then we get this cool interview between Kota Ibushi and TJP. And they ask how they feel about tonight, and basically it just turns into a little comedy thing where he says him and Ibushi are perfect together. They bring out the best in each other, or at least Ibushi brings out the best in TJP. And honestly, I like this because I just thought Ibushi would be like, whatever partner I'm with, I'll win it with them or without them or whatever. Like, just be along with Ibushi. No, he was pretty cool about it. He was chill, and he showed some personality. Because TJ Perkins then asked him if this, like, he's like, you know what? He's like, I got the best partner in the tournament. Man, what overall are you? He's like, I be 99. He's like, oh, man, really? Come on now. So basically, Kota Ibushi's that tryhard on the line on WWE2K who always tries to win the match and never tries to be entertaining about it. And just spams everything. Well, basically the running grapples, but you know what I mean. So, afterward, up next we got the match, and it was Kota Ibushi and TJP versus Mustafa Ali and Lince Dorado. Hey, but what was this, about 10 minutes, right?
Yep.
This is about 10 minutes. And while Raw gives their cruiserweights 5, on NXT, all 4 of these cruiserweights got 10 minutes in a tag match, and they killed it. It started out just as a simple, like, it was just, like, straight-up dick measuring contest, really. Like, it was just basically, I'm going to show off my cartwheels and my kip-ups. No, I'm going to show off my cartwheels and my kip-ups. And then they go to commercial, come back, it gets serious. TJP and Mustafa Ali are going at it. We get, at one point in this match, we get a tope con hilo over the top rope, straight up headfirst dive. Shouts out to King Cuerno with the arrow from the depths of hell. Over the top rope, just except top rope style. You know what I mean? It usually is through the middle rope. That's why that was so special. Like you don't often see that. Mustafa Ali. I didn't think much of him in the CWC, and he comes out and he starts showing off in this match. What was the one thing he did that when he grabbed Ibushi or Perkins? Which one? When Mustafa did the handspring.
It was Ibushi.
He grabbed Ibushi and did the leg spring off the ropes, and then did the whole arm drag thing. I did not think much of Mustafa Ali in the CWC, and he really changed my mind on him. I don't know if the WWE has him signed or not, if the WWE has him signed or not under a contract, but they honestly should, because Mustafa Ali was well worth it. And I guess guys like Ho Ho Lun and all that, they're going to bring in on like appearance on like certain dates just to like, I don't know, job or like do whatever on NXT. But, I mean, the more we get of Ibushi and Ali and like TJP, like this is another thing. I'll get to this in a second after we get to the end of the match. Because once Ibushi got tagged in, anybody who was not TJP had to be feeling miserable. Because this man just kept leveling you in the chest. Kick, kick, kick. Oh, well, TJP got taken out. Oh, how am I going to handle this? Double Pele kick. Not even got some sound off of it. Like, whenever Kota Ibushi comes in, he's like a walking art museum. All you hear is, ooh, ah, oh. That's basically it. Like, that's probably the worst example to ever make for somebody who's that violent. But it's literally like just... Or a better example, it's like watching fireworks straight in front of your eyes. Because you don't want to be hit by them, but you're amazed and awed by them, and you stand and watch in a giant crowd. That's probably the best way to do it. End of the day, Ibushi hits a moonsault, which leads into TJP's frog splash, which leads into Ibushi's Golden Star Triangle moonsault outside the ring and hits Dorado, and then Mustafa Ali gets thrown to the knee by TJP and taps out. This is basically last year's version of Gargano and Ciampa. Like, obviously, they're not going to stay a tag team, and that's not going to be their niche because TJP has obligations as Cruiserweight Champion on Raw, and I'm pretty sure, and we're all pretty sure, if Ibushi would have signed with the company, Ibushi was winning the CWC, which probably, I still look in hindsight at what they're doing on Raw with the Cruiserweights. Ibushi and Zack Sabre Jr. are still probably the smartest dudes alive for not signing, honestly. And like, it's not even funny how smart they are for that. And then Kota Ibushi is not on bad terms with the company, and he still gets to come back and do the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. That, to me, is absolutely incredible. That Triple H is that cool about it, like where you don't want to sign, we had big things planned for you, fine, whatever. Hey, you still want to come back and do some stuff for us in the future? Oh, okay, cool. And they do that. So I'm all around happy with that, and I'm all around happy with this episode of NXT. And at the very end of the episode, and it's going to be the thumbnail of this video, I couldn't resist. It was the first thing that came up. It's going to be the thumbnail of this video. At the end of the match, Ibushi and TJP were celebrating in the ring, and Ibushi, like, TJP was trying to get this man to dab. And Ibushi was like, nah, come on, man, come on. And then he does like a half-hearted, Like, you can't even see him, I'm just like, And then, no, he's like, no, Kota. And then TJP just got straight into it. He's like, I'm just like, yes. And they just co-dab together, and the crowd pops for that at full. So I just loved it. And we fade to black. And that's it for NXT. So I'm going to know what you guys thought about this episode. Remember to leave your like on this video if you already haven't. And subscribe if you're not subscribed for more of that WWE goodness on this channel. NXT reviews are back, baby. It's not just takeovers anymore. And we are out here again. So I appreciate everybody who watched. Thank you for watching. And we will see you guys next time. See ya!